Hi everybody, Zach Mitchell here, and it's time for another music update, showing you all of the CDs, albums that I got in the month of July 2014. So I won't waste time, I have a lot to show you, so let's get started. I saw Crosby, Stills, and Nash while they were in town here about 2 weeks ago. Great show. And while I was at the merchandise table, I saw this, David Crosby's brand new solo album called Cros. So that's the first one I got. Here's another solo album from a member of a very well-known band, Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones. This is his first solo album called I've Got My Own Album to Do. This is a great find here, a very great investment. It's called BBM, Around the Next Dream. And BBM stands for Bruce Baker Moore, which of course is Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, and Gary Moore. A great little trio. This album is amazing. I especially love the song Why Does Love Have to Go Wrong? And here's another great little investment. Ginger Baker's Air Force. And this features, obviously, Ginger Baker on the drums. And it also features Steve Winwood, Jeanette Jacobs, Denny Lane, Chris Wood, Graham Bond, Phil Seaman, and Rick Gretsch. Gretsch, I think that's how you pronounce that, Gretsch. But they do a lot of great songs. I especially love the cover of the Cream song Toad, which is extended to, I think the original album had 5 minutes of nothing but drum solo, but this has 12 minutes. It's great. This is an old band from, I think it was from the late 60s, early 70s. One of the influences for Led Zeppelin. It's called Moby Grape, and this is their kind of like a greatest hits album. They sang a song called Never, which, if you listen to it, sounds very similar, especially the lyrics, to the song playing right now, actually. Since I've Been Loving You. I also got 2 Jeff Beck albums. The first one is Blow by Blow, which is excellent. The second one is Truth, which is even better. Both of these albums are excellent. Going on to some live stuff here, I got a Yardbirds live album with Eric Clapton on guitar called 5 Live Yardbirds. It features 10 tracks live with Eric's slow hand Clapton and 11 other tracks, which I think were recorded in separate venues, but they are live. So this is a great album. This is a live blues album from one of my favorite blues singers of all time, Howling Wolf, and this is Live and Cookin' at Alice's Revisited. He does 8 songs. They're all extended out to like 6, 7, or 8 minutes long, and they're all great. His voice is really great. If you haven't heard him before, you gotta hear him. Howlin' Wolf. This is part of the Essential collection. The Essential Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, which is a 2-disc greatest hits anthology almost of one of the best blues guitarists that ever lived. This is kind of an interesting CD. It's called No Introduction Necessary, and it features Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and Albert Lee. I don't think they're all together on this, but this was back when Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones and Albert Lee were session players, where they played on all different kinds of albums while they were session players in London before they started Led Zeppelin. But it's pretty great. A lot of these songs are really good. So I would recommend this. I also recently, if you saw in some of my previous videos, I got the newest Led Zeppelin reissues, the first 3 issues on vinyl. Well, I also got them on CD. This is the first album, Led Zeppelin. It's just like the vinyl, only in CD format. Opens up just like the vinyl. Has all the same pictures. That's Led Zeppelin 1. Led Zeppelin 2. Opens up again just like the vinyl. And Led Zeppelin 3, which even the CD here has the cool wheel, just like the vinyl does. Except for this back side here with the negative album cover. Continuing on, I'm sure none of you really care about this, but I'm showing you everything that I got. This is another jazz album, and it's Ahmad Jamal Trio, complete live at the Pershing Lounge, 1958. If you like jazz, check it out because it's great. It has some nice little piano tracks, and it's really good. Not a lot of people are into jazz nowadays, but if you are, check this one out. Something else I got the box set of Harry Nilsson's RCA album collection. I won't go through it and open it and show you every single one because there's a video of me doing that on my channel here. So if you want to see what's inside this box, check out my other video where I open this box and I show you every album that's inside of it. But there are, I think, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There are 17 albums in this box. Next, I got a live Emerson, Lake and Palmer album, live at Nazoo Coliseum, 1978. It's a later release. It was only released within the last few years, I think. I don't really like albums I don't really like stuff like that, but just because I think it should have been released along with their while they were still in their prime. But this is really good, actually. So give it a listen if you like Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And up next, I got 2 Dylan albums. The first one it's okay, but again, like I said before in previous videos, I'm not into Dylan live, but this is actually kind of interesting. A kind of weird collaboration, but interesting. It's Bob Dylan and the Dead, the Grateful Dead, live. They do 7 songs, and it's interesting. Not what I would pick to be on stage together, but I guess that's why I'm not in the music business. Another live Bob Dylan album. Bob Dylan at Budokan. Budokan, I think that's how you pronounce that. Budokan. Live at Budokan. And again, interesting. It has some church choirs, I think it is, or just choirs in general singing along with him. So it kind of makes his songs seem a little gospel-y. So it's kind of interesting. Again, not an album I would have with me on a deserted island, but still pretty interesting. I got probably one of the best soundtracks within the last 5 years. The soundtrack to the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. This has some great songs on it, especially some old blues songs, like there's Elmore James, some Bo Diddley, some Howlin' Wolf even. else is there? There's even some jazz on there. There's some Ahmad Jamal Trio, like I showed you before. So if you're interested in this, check it out. It's great.